Learn the value of the music when you live the experience yourself. This is the power of learning by living. Imagine being able to design your future using this power. Learning immersed in 4 international campuses to establish a global mindset, world you want, and building your own path based on who you are and the global professional you want to be. This is the real global learning experience. And this is what Schiller brings you. Learn by living in different international realities, opening a door to global markets. Get your bachelor's or master's degree in top areas such as business or tech. Learning from international experts and challenges with professional organizations. Create your own journey based on your goals and needs, establishing the global mindset to become a smart global professional. Schiller, the Global American University.
Great. Welcome everybody to this session. As you already saw in the introduction, from Schiller University, the Global American University. And you joined this session to hear more about the study programs they have on offer. Any questions you may have, of course, you can submit these and let us, we like to have an interactive session. So before I go over to the two presenters that we have lined up for you, let me briefly explain to you a bit of the interactive options. My name is Luc Mulling, and first of all, you can write where you're from. I already saw a couple of people doing that in the chat. So just tell us where you're logging in from, just for us to get to know you a little bit already. What else? We also will open up pollings. I just actually opened up a poll to learn about which field of study you're interested in. And just again to get to know you a little bit more. And I will open up more pollings throughout the session. So we appreciate your feedback. Besides that, of course, you can write your questions at any time. You can do that through the tab called questions at the bottom. And for people joining live, we can, of course, answer these questions right after the session. For people watching the recording, you can still write your questions. So if you're watching this, you can still participate. Also the polling, all of it, it works. And we can, of course, not answer your questions live. However, we will be sending them through to the staff of Schiller University. Great. And then last but not least, we have a little fun fact, a fun emoticon option to interact. At the bottom of the screen, you see a button called React. And there you can click on if you like to react something exactly like the thumbs up. We like to get those just to make it even more interactive and to see we have people joining in there. So do take advantage and interact with us. Having said that, let's get started because we have two presenters lined up. We start off with the Global Academic Chair of Business and Economics, which is Mrs. Alexandra Aron. And after her, there will be the Admissions and Recruitment Representative, Lorena Perez. But we go over to Alexandra right now. Thank you.
Thank you, Luc, for that introduction. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Alexandra Aron. I'm the chair of Business and Economics. So I'm here on behalf of the Global American University, Schiller. I just want to, as you were saying, Luc, before, I want everybody to let me know if the chat is working. How can we do that? Please send me something right now, even thumbs up, happy face, a yes, it's working. Because I know there's a lot of people connected. I just want to know how many are working with the chat and if I can see it. Okay, please do it now. I see that Tomas, hi from Portugal, hi Luis, hi Katarina. Can you please send me something on the chat, please? There you go, thumbs up. Something else? Hi Isabel, thank you. Kate is typing. Hello, Volker is typing. Hi from Germany. Okay. Thanks for that. So now I prefer, to talk to people a little bit. So if you are at the chat, I know you are. Hello from Madrid. Hi, Elena. So I know you are here. Look, should we go to the slide presentation, please? Thank you so much. Okay, great. So it's now it's on me. So welcome to the Global American University. I wanted to ask you, do you know about Schiller? Is this the first time that you know about Schiller? Have you ever, have you ever heard about our university? Okay. Luis is typing. I want a yes, a no, or something that you can tell me. Thank you. I heard before, but not that much. Okay, great. So we are the American University. We can say in Europe, we have 4 campuses. I will explain a little bit later, but we are 100% American university, and we are not new. We've been working since 1964, and it is a great place actually to study. And why I'm telling you this, not because I have the slide that says so, it's because I graduated from this university. I've been connected with this place since I was 18 years old. Okay, so I graduated from here. I know pretty well that Schiller, it's an American university, it's global. My very good friends actually belongs to Schiller. Everything that happened in my life actually is connected to Schiller. Therefore, I can tell you that in one class, you can see students from plenty of nationalities. Maybe in one class we can have 14 different nationalities. That you will feel at home here when you come, and you will meet many people from abroad. Here at Schiller, you will earn an American degree, as I was saying, because we are an American university, but you will also earn, a European degree. Isn't that amazing? You will earn, we have an agreement with University of Roehampton. So without actually traveling to the UK, we have an agreement, and you will get 2 degrees, 2 separate degrees, 2 separate transcripts. You have also the ability to transfer from one campus to another. As I said before, we have 4 different locations, and let me take the advantage of the slide. So I'm gonna go here too. We have 4 international campuses. The main campus is in Tampa, beautiful picture right there, Spain. I'm located right now in Spain. I work from Madrid campus, even though I work for all of them. We have also in Paris and in Heidelberg. All of them, we have locations that are highly technological, that they're new. We just changed to a new campus here in Madrid. We have plenty now of space. We have high technology in every single room. It's very nice. We are walking distance from the National Library. It's 1 minute. Maybe 10 minutes from the Real Madrid Stadium, and 10 minutes from the center, the pure center of the city. We are in Barrio Salamanca, which is next to Colón. We are pretty well connected via metro, via train, and it's very well connected to any part of the city. In Heidelberg, if you want, as I was saying before, you can transfer from one campus to another. If you transfer, there are almost no restrictions. Of course, you have to study a little bit. I mean that at least you need a 2.0 GPA to transfer from one campus to another, but you can be 1 semester in Tampa, 1 semester, if you wish, in Madrid, 1 in Paris, and one in Heidelberg. If you wish to study German, you can go to Heidelberg, for example, and then come back to Madrid. There's no restrictions about it, just to be at least 1 term in one of the campuses. If you like more Paris, you can stay maybe for 2 the 2 out of 4 years of your studies, of your undergrad studies in one of the campuses. That's not a problem. And then in Germany, what I was going to say is that it is a small city. It's very friendly and is well prepared for students. Okay, it's a beautiful city, but it's well prepared for students because there are plenty of universities around. So you will make a lot of friends. And we have also a very nice location. Walking, I think it's from the center of the city is just 15 minutes. Let me go back to the slides so I can continue. Okay. We are focused on, of course, the learning model. Our classes are in English, 100% in English. We do not have classes in any other language except for our foreign language classes. Foreign language classes means that when you come to Schiller, you will have the A1, A2 levels that you will need to take in a foreign language. And that foreign language will be either French, Spanish, or German. So it coincides with our locations. We normally have small groups on campus. Those groups are small but not tiny. Okay, that means that we have personalized classes. Actually, here I'm the chair of business, but I'm also a professor at Schiller International University. So I can tell you that I get well known with my students. My students we are very close, let's say in class. They can ask questions and we can work together, let's say in class, because we have small classes. Approximately, we can talk about, well, not exactly a number, we can have from 10 students to 25, but we will never have a class of 50 students. Okay, so I think that is very, very important, because you will get well known the professor and you can actually ask good questions. Let me continue here. I already talked about here, it says students come from 130 countries worldwide. As I said before, you can find plenty of nationalities in one classroom. Scholarships and financial aid. Well, we have here Lorena, but she will talk about this a little bit later, about admissions procedures, about scholarship that we offer, and we might have a surprise at the end. So be connected, stay connected, because we might have a surprise at the end. Okay, let's talk about a little bit about academic. If you, for any reason, have a question, please do it on the chat. There is somebody that asking if this is recorded, and the answer is Luke is yes. Luke is recording this for us. Okay, talking about academics a little bit. This is the American system. So in the American system, you graduate with 120 credits. Each class weighs 3 credits. That means that you need to take 40 classes. Well, actually, if you do the division, 120 divided by 3, that equals to 40. Those 40 credits are divided in 3 major blocks. One will be general education, which is where you take the classes that are common to all our degrees. So if you're not sure of what to study yet, that is very normal if you're young. We are not 100% secure of what we want to study. Therefore, that general education courses will help you to know what you want to do in the future. For example, if you start with international business, but after your general education courses, you believe that you will be better at international relations, you can ask for a change, and you will be changed to the Bachelor of Arts in International Relations. Then we have the core courses. So you do the general education courses, then you do the core courses, which normally for business will be all coded BA, business administration, courses such as courses based on math, based on economics, based on international business, okay? And then finally, you will have a third piece that is your electives. You will have electives. For example, electives could be the upper level of the foreign language classes. For example, French 201 and French 202. I'm giving you codes. I know you don't understand yet the codes, but that means the B1 and B2 level, those will be electives for you. So, meaning that if you're taking French A1 and A2 as a general education, you can continue your studies until you get to a B2 level in a foreign language, and that will count as an elective. Here we have the portfolio of bachelors that we have. International business, international hospitality and tourism management, international relations, business analytics, international marketing, computer science, computational and applied mathematics. I know that it's super hard sometimes when you look at the portfolio and actually choose one. I would like to do all of them. Masters. The master here is also the portfolio of masters. I know you're going to get the recording and the presentation. So if you have further questions, just please contact us. Our educational model is based on real experience, personalized learning, flexibility, and professionalized education. Personalized learning. Actually, we were talking about that just a few minutes ago, but that is an amazing difference with other institutions. I get to know my students, and while I'm walking from one class to another, I get to talk to them and see what's going on, which are the activities. So that is important. When we are in the classroom, you're not a number, you are a student, and you are important for me as a professor. If you're going to study international business, you're gonna see me in microeconomics and macroeconomics. You're gonna see me in business finance. I love to teach those classes, and I'm not only interested in good grades or good performance, but what I'm interested in is that the student is happy. And when you're happy, you actually learn. And about our flexibility, this is also a very good point. Flexibility, we can imagine, here's a good example. I'm gonna put you an example. On Monday, I'm teaching business finance. And on Monday, I have an expert that is coming to talk about retirement in Spain. That expert, I need to record the session, and that expert, she's gonna join our session online. So I'm gonna do my class was on campus, but I'm going to do an online class on Monday. We have flexibility, we have the technology to switch from on campus to online to hybrid classes, and that is actually not a problem. If you register to Schiller and for some reason you have to go back home because there was an event that you didn't know what's going to happen, and you have to stay at home for 3 months or 4, you can switch to online, okay? So that is flexibility. That makes your life easier. Okay, we help you to graduate. Learning methodologies. We have plenty of learning methodologies, and we are improving day by day. But here is, we have the case study method. We worked with Harvard methodology. So professors, we go into the website, we go into Blackboard, and we take that material that Harvard offer us, okay, and use it in class, for example. But I'm going to tell you one learning methodology, and that is the global shared classroom. And I'm actually doing that in my class also, okay? I'm doing a global shared classroom with another university, with a university in Mexico this month. Why I'm telling you this month? Because we have a monthly system. My class, it's composed by 4 weeks, okay? In 4 weeks, we are going to complete the full topics of business finance, okay? And in those 4 weeks, I'm working with another university from Mexico. We're doing a global class share room. What we're doing, our students that are placed in Madrid campus, it could be in Paris campus, or it can be in Heidelberg campus, they share the classroom with Mexico, and they get to know the students from that Mexican university in this case. I don't know, I'm not stating the university. I don't know if I can say it or not, so I'm just gonna leave it right there. What do? We use different technological platforms in order to record videos, in order to do activities together. And imagine, this is a finance class where we're doing numbers, where it's a math class, but we get the time also to do a cultural interaction also with the students from Mexico. So that adds value to the class. That is how we do it. We learn things here at Schiller by doing it, by learning. Let me switch. Okay, here it's the learning methodologies that, as I said before, you're gonna get the presentation, you're gonna get the recording, so you can go one by one reading it. Okay, we use I'm very happy because I'm as a professor, we use Blackboard, for example, Blackboard Ultra, and that is super helpful for students. Here we can upload all the material, we can have our hybrid classes, we can upload any kind of videos, we can upload different platforms into Blackboard, we can do different exercises, we can upload exercises from the publisher of our ebooks. We use ebooks that are connected to Blackboard, okay? So that makes your learning easier. Okay, here is one of the pictures, actually. This picture that you see here is from a class that I told you before. It's business finance. And here you see on the right side, as I would say, I didn't want to say names or anything. You see the students on the right side, they're in Mexico, and the students on the left side, you have on top the 2 professors, and then the rest are students, and then we have 2 pages. Okay, in this class looks like it's a big class, but it's because we have students from 2 different universities, but it's not such a big class. And this is a real picture from a global class share that I'm sharing that classroom with this university from Mexico. So I just wanted to share this, okay? From now that I'm talking and I'm seeing a lot of students here, in this picture, I think we have, I'm counting just a second, I think we have 10 different nationalities, okay? Just to give you an example. Guys on the chat, could you, oh, by the way, just to share a little bit, I'm from Colombia, okay? I was raised, um, I was born and raised in Colombia until I was 18. Then I moved to the US to complete my studies, and then I moved to Madrid. I graduated from Schiller. I did international business, international economics. Then I specialized in finance. I was the registrar for a little bit, then the coordinator, and then the chair. What I'm telling you this, because nowadays you were born in one place, then you go to another, then you live a few years in another place. So I want you in the chat to tell me not you from, please, now on the chats. Where are you from? I want to know where are you from, please. Kate is typing Bulgaria, the US, Minnesota. You already wrote that. Oh, I didn't see that, Elena. But I want to know, okay, Madrid. I just want to know where are you from so I have a good idea. Albania. Anyone else? Nicole is typing. Oh, but you said before, yes. I see Romania, Barcelona, Germany, Portugal, Latvia. Okay, fantastic. So if you're planning to come to a class where you will find maybe students, Spain, thanks Lucas. Okay, to find students from your country, well, you're gonna find, I'm sure you're gonna find somebody, okay, but you're gonna find plenty of nationalities. So here, in this webinar, we're here to actually solve your questions and to let you know more about Schiller. And I just wanted to share, before we go to Lorena, that she's going to tell us about admission procedures and about scholarships. I just wanted to tell you, to share with you that another way of learning, it's actually doing things, okay? And here at Schiller, what we do a lot is we visit companies, okay? We go and visit we do have partnerships, but we go and visit companies in order to what? To learn by doing. And I'm gonna give you real examples. We went to Zara, you know what is Zara? Or as they call it in Spain, which is the real name is Zara, which I cannot do Zara, but oh well. I'm gonna write it actually for everybody. Okay, we went to Galicia, to one of the main factories of Zara in Galicia. 93,000 square meters, and it was an amazing visit. We took students from Madrid. It took us, of course, 6 hours to go up to Galicia. If you don't know where is Galicia, Galicia is in the north of Spain. We took the students, we stayed there for 3 days, and we did a visit. We can call it even a corporate visit. The general manager actually was in charge of showing us the whole place. We spent almost a day right there, and one day more of, with 6 hours traveling, so we had to spend almost 3 days. But that is a way of learning by doing. We also went last month to Talgo. Okay, I'm picking up examples from Madrid campus. Okay, we can pick up absolutely different examples from other campuses. but we went to Tagul, which is the train company. It's the company that assembles trains here in Spain. You know that Spain is, we sell a lot of trains worldwide. We are train makers. And then we went to La Nave also last month. And what we do a lot of trips. Okay, we do monthly, yearly activities such as going we call it a wine trip, which is not actually a wine trip, is to learn about the procedure of the wine. How do we get wine? We do that normally on the first term, which is September. Okay, when for picking up the grapes to do wine, it's normally in August. It's normally end of July and August. So we go early September. So we learn about this procedure. So it's not only about getting good grades. It's not only about going to class, which that is absolutely important, but it's also about learning by doing. Okay, all these examples are real examples. And I'm telling you that because I was, teaching and I organized some of those visits. Here are some of the partnerships that I was talking about. And we get agreements. We have agreements with all of them. And with those agreements, at the end of your degree, for example, if you decide to study hospitality, you will have to do an internship that it has credits on it. Okay, so you will have apartment, and we will have departments that will help you with that internships. And all of those partners also will come to do activities with us. We will have a guest speaker next month, for example. It's not listed here, but it will be from Melia Hotels. Okay, so those are the activities that we do. And I think that Lorena is ready, unless, okay, we will answer some questions. Am I on time? And I think I'm taking a lot of minutes, but am I on time, Lorena? Timekeeping is okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So thank you so much. Thanks for those thumbs up. And if you have questions, I let Lorena go with her part. And if you have questions, I will be happy to answer those after Lorena's presentation.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today at this webinar. I am from the admissions department. I'm an admissions advisor at Schiller International University, Madrid. And I'll explain to you a little bit about the admissions process, tuition, fees. I saw some people were asking questions about the fees, and scholarships. Okay, so a little bit about the application process. So now everyone does have to fill out an application form, an admissions application form, and an enrollment agreement. Enrollment agreement does come a little bit later, but you would have to fill one out in order to study with us. Okay. Next, high school transcripts. Now, I know, we see that there's people studying in, Nigeria and Brazil, Albania, Bulgaria, and so forth. Just so you know that we do accept like the national baccalaureate, so we would review your documents. We accept A levels, we accept IB diploma, and obviously American high school diploma. So if you're unsure about this, please feel free to ask us questions or contact us. Okay. So proof of completion of secondary education would be your transcripts that say graduation date or diploma that states that you have graduated high school. Okay. Next, we asked for motivation letter or a personal statement. It should be over 500 words and explain to us a little bit more about you, why you'd like to study the degree you've chosen, and why you would be a good fit at Schiller. Now, the motivation letter is very important, and it's how we get to know you as a student. And also, multiple parties would be reading your motivation letter, so it's very good to spend some time on it. Now, recommendation letters, they're optional but recommended. So if you could get a recommendation letter from a counselor or from a professor, that would be great. It would actually have to be on the school letterhead or signed and sealed by your professor, counselor, or whoever. Next, we do require proof of English proficiency with a minimum B2 level. Now, we accept everything from IELTS, Cambridge, TOEFL, TOEIC, and even Duolingo. Okay, so we have options. And if you have any questions about that, or if we accept a certain proficiency exam, just let us know. Additionally, we would need a valid copy of your passport. It's very important, especially if you do want to study outside of your home country, because normally you'd need a student visa. So it's very important to have a passport that is valid. Okay. Now, as far as tuition and fees, you'll see below here that the European campus cost is 15,400 euros per year. Now, this includes your tuition, your student activity fees, and all your textbooks. Okay. Now, the Florida campus is $17,100. It's pretty much equivalent to 15,400 euros. Now, just to mention a little bit about the European campuses, that means their campus in Paris, and Heidelberg, Germany, and in Madrid all have the same price across the board. Okay. Now, distance learning is significantly cheaper. So if you do want the flexibility and the option to study online, we do offer that, and it is $8,550 or 7,500 euros per academic year. Okay, so now just to reiterate, this is per academic year. Okay. Now, scholarships. I know some people are very interested in scholarships, and we do have academic and non-academic base, which I will explain to you. Okay. Now, academic-based scholarships, we offer quite a few. So, alumni scholarships, meaning that if you know someone or have a relative who has studied at Schiller, or a friend, um, we as long as they provide us with some type of confirmation that they did study at Schiller, we can offer up to 30%. The only requirement is that you maintain a 2.5 GPA out of 4, which is the US grading system. So it's out of 4, 2.5 GPA throughout the entire duration of the program. We also have diplomatic scholarship, meaning that if you have parents, relatives that work for embassies, consulates, and so forth, we do offer a 30% scholarship. Again, that also requires a 2.5 GPA out of 4. Now, this is one of our highest scholarships. Well, the highest scholarship that offers up to 90%, which is the Academic Excellence Scholarship. This one requires you to have a 3.7 GPA out of 4 throughout the entire duration of the program. Additionally, you would have to have a 3.7 GPA or higher in order to apply for it. Now, I know that we grade on the US system. However, we would provide you with a GPA calculator, so that way you can convert your grades from, your home country to the US system. That way you can determine your GPA to see if you do qualify for any of our academic scholarships. Okay. Now, also, since we are, as you know, we are an international university, and we encourage intercampus transfers, meaning that we encourage you to travel from, for if you want to start in Madrid, if you want to go to Paris, we do offer scholarships for that. We offer up to 30%, and you would have to maintain a 2.7 GPA out of 4. The international scholarship is an academic-based scholarship. In order to apply, you'd have to have a 3.0 GPA or higher, and it offers up to 40%. And then lastly, our president's undergraduate and graduate scholarships. Okay. This offers up to 50%. And you would have to maintain a 3.3 GPA. Okay. Now, we know that some students don't have the highest grades, so that's why we do offer non-academic based scholarships, because everyone should have the opportunity to be able to study at the university they want to, and especially with Schiller, where you have such an international experience. So now for non-academic based scholarships, we offer the One World, One University scholarship. Now, this one doesn't have a GPA requirement. However, you would have to write an essay based on leadership on a yearly basis. The first one would be 750 word essay, and you'd have to speak on leadership and a current global issue. Okay. Then you would, for the previous year, you would have to write another essay in third year and fourth year and so forth. Now, if you do get awarded the scholarship, it is up to 50%, and you would have to maintain a standard GPA of 2.0 to maintain the scholarship. Now, just to go back to speak a little bit about the academic scholarships and how to apply for scholarship, you would have to go through the admissions process, meaning that you have to submit all your documents that I explained to you previously, the application form, your personal statement, your transcripts, your English proficiency tests, etc. Okay. Once you go through the entire admissions process, and if you are found eligible for the program, then you will be conditionally accepted, and at that point, you can apply for a scholarship. Okay. Now, I did want to mention one more thing about if we go back to the application process. Now, for students who are currently studying in English, or a student whose native language is English, we do not require proof of English proficiency. Okay. If you do study in, let's say, for foreign language, and then you also study English, that we do require you to provide an English proficiency certificate. So if you have any questions about this, please feel free to write questions in the chat. Okay. Now, academic scholarships, going back to this, you would have to, if you are conditionally accepted, you would have to write an essay. Now, all of these require at least a minimum 500-word essay. You would have to fill out the scholarship application form, we would also require the transcripts if they are academic based. Now, for the academic excellence scholarship, the essay is actually a little bit longer. It has to be over 750 words. Like I said, you would also have to provide your transcripts. Anyway, if you do have any other questions regarding the scholarships, please feel free to write questions in the chat, and we'll be more than happy to answer them. And I think that is all for me.
Fantastic.
Okay. Perfect. Then we are going over to the question section, and that's where I come back in. So thanks everyone already for having joined and giving your answers to the poll. If you haven't answered that yet, please let us know a bit of your feedback through the poll as well, as that helps to get to know you and where you are basically in terms of deciding if you're looking to start one of the programs that you heard about. Okay, so we are now going over to the live questions. Again, as mentioned, because I know these days a lot of people watch the recording, you can still write your questions as well. So if you're watching this, you can write them through the question tab at the right bottom. Of course, we cannot answer them live right away now. However, we will be sending them through to the staff. So we'll make sure that someone of the Schiller University can come back to you with any of the answers. But maybe already some of the answers are given in the next questions. Let's go over them. So we have received a question from Katarina. Well, she asked, how much does it cost and what is the suggestion of study and accommodation? What can you say about that?
Okay, so as I explained in my presentation, that the cost is 15,400 euros per year for the European campuses and $17,100 for the Florida campus, and 8,500 for distance learning. Okay, and now as far as accommodation goes, well, our Heidelberg campus does have dormitories on campus. And our other two campuses in Paris and Madrid, we do not have student accommodation on campus. However, we do partner up with companies in order to help our students find accommodation. So so we'll help you along the way.
Perfect. I hope that's good news to you, Katarina, in answering your question. Next question from Nicole. Is it possible to find a university in Paris with English for bachelor? Well, I think that is exactly what they're offering, right?
Absolutely, yes. I mean, in Paris, in Madrid, in Heidelberg, yes, you can find a university with an English bachelor. What I don't know if she's asking about a bachelor in English or if it's a UK degree. If we were talking about, actually, I'm going to answer to both. Yes, all our classes are in English, and the bachelor you will get a certificate from an American a degree. I'm sorry, from an American university. 100%. And then at the same time, if you get registered for your degree, you will be also registered in a UK university, which is Roehampton University. You will be registered for both, and at the end of your degree, you will receive 2 diplomas and 2 transcripts. So that is possible and fantastic, actually.
Great. Thank you. Just received in the chat, Nicole was referring to English as an instruction language. So we should be fine. Great. Next question we received is from Albino. Do you offer scholarships for master programs for Albanians? He adds.
Yes, we offer scholarships for all nationalities, and yes, we do offer scholarships for master's students. They're similar to the ones that I presented, and we do have. I think the highest it goes up to 50%. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Question from Luis. It's mentioned you offer a European degree as well. Could you mention how that works if you are a US university?
Yes, absolutely. It was connected also to the previous question. And when you get registered to Schiller International University, you also get registered to Roehampton University in the UK. So what do you have to do and how it works? Well, you get registered. You don't have to do anything extra. You just have to go to class in our monthly system, pass the class, of course, take your assessments, meaning your midterms, your finals, submit your papers, get a grade, pass the class, and then that works goes to the administration part of the university. Let's say we take those grades and we do a boards with with Roehampton University, and we validate those grades. We pass those grades from the US system to the UK system. But the student doesn't need to worry about that because we in administration, we take care of that. So at the end of your 120 US credits, you will acquire also 360 UK credits. So you will get both.
Okay. Thank you. I'm getting thank you as well from Luis. So I hope that answered the question.
Okay. So the next question.
Yep. Toxan is asking, can I study abroad with lowest score of IELTS, for example, 5.0?
Okay. So for IELTS, you would have to, in order to be eligible to study with Schiller, you would have to obtain a 6.0 or higher. Okay. And for masters, it's 0.5. And also the certificate has to be has to be completed or achieved within the last 2 years. Meaning, so if you apply for 2023, the the oldest it can be is from 2021, okay, or end of 2021. Now, just to I wanted to add okay, sorry, this Duolingo. Okay, sorry, I'm just gonna answer this question since we're talking about IELTS. Now, with Duolingo, you'd have to obtain at least a 95 for bachelor's degree and 105 for master's. Okay, Duolingo is actually really great. It's the most economical one, the fast turnaround time, and it's accepted by many universities.
Okay, great. Thank you. Next question is from Roman. Currently studying business linguistics bachelor's. Would it be possible to apply for the economics or even the applied mathematics program?
Hi, Roman. Yes, let me answer to your question. Even if you're studying a totally different degree from different from economics or applied math, yes, you can apply to our university and you might have some of those credits transferred. Okay, you need to do the admissions process and you will need to comply with that, bring in your transcript and bring in the syllabi so we can analyze from academics how many credits you will be awarded. But yes, that is absolutely no problem. And actually, I have a good news. Let me announce this. And not only for Roman, for all of the students. If you complete your admission process on the next 15 days from after this meeting, you will get a 10% discount for the first year of tuition. So Roman, you're in time.
Yes. So just to reiterate what Alexander says, that we'll be applying a 10% scholarship for the first academic year for all students who apply for admissions within the next 15 days. Okay. So just let us know that you have attended this webinar.
Great. Well, that is great to hear. And I hope some of you take advantage of this. This is a great token of appreciation from Schiller University. And let's go on. We have one more question. Two, I see now. Okay. Nicole, first of all, can I actually work along with the studies?
That's no problem. I mean, we are flexible. Therefore, if you have a, I don't know, schedule that it's a morning or evening, we have different hours, let's say different range of hours for our classes. So you just need to talk to the registrar, and that is no restriction for that. Actually, if you need 1 month online because you're really busy at work, you can do that also. We are flexible.
Good. Thank you very much. Roman is asking what additional documents and achievements would be valuable, like recommendation letters, proofs of participation in competitions, or maybe even a project portfolio?
Hi, Roman. Great question. So we highly recommend letters of recommendation or and a CV. Okay, so those would be great for your admissions file.
Okay. Hope that answered that question for you, Roman. Thank you. And we are coming towards the end of this session. I don't see any questions at this stage, unless one still comes in, we can take it. As mentioned again, those people watching the recording, you can still write your questions as well. So take advantage of it. I know a lot of people do watch the recording these days. And by the way, if you missed the beginning, or some people joining later, I think, you can simply stay on. So if you stay on, within minutes, the session will restart. So you can simply continue with by watching the beginning again. in case you missed something. And of course, we will share the recording with everybody, so you can watch it as many times as you like. Okay, I don't see further questions. I get thumbs up, so I think by at this stage, most of the questions have been answered. And that is for me the time to thank everyone, especially the audience, all of you. Thanks for joining in from so many different locations. Yeah, as Alexandra was going through with you, we saw people joining in from a lot of different countries. So thanks for all for joining. And last but not least, of course, thank you, Alexandra and Lorena, both of you, for your time and your great input. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
And last words over maybe to you, Alexandra.
Sure, thank you. Look, actually, I was going to ask you if you don't have a question. Maybe you do have a question, or it's it's clear for you.
It's all clear. Thank you.
It's all clear. Okay, so thank you so much, everybody, for coming and for joining. I'm sure, and I'm absolutely sure that you have more questions, and maybe you don't know how to pick up your degree or what you like to do. Just contact us, and we will help you with that decision. That's okay. We're here for that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And on the screen, you see now the application procedure. So if you'd like to apply, there's a direct link. Do remember the discount that was indicated within the next 15 days, I believe it was, after this webinar. And take advantage. And a last poll before we leave, just to have an idea how we did. Let us know before you jump off. And again, thanks everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you. See you soon.
You really learn the value of the music when you live the experience yourself.